Good morning, stamping friends. This is Jenny from Celebrate the Journey, and it is Monday. So, I was thinking it's been a while since I've introduced myself, so wanted to say my name's Jenny Heron, and I live in the beautiful state of Colorado. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So if you don't currently have a demonstrator, I would love to send you a catalog or chat with you about how to order. So, let me know if you are interested in any of our products. So today I have a new stamp set from the annual catalog, and it's called Heron Habitat. I think I said Habitat Heron. I don't remember now. And it's really kind of similar to the Crane of Fortune, but of course these are herons and they're a little different. I don't think that's a heron, that's like a seabird. But I like the images and I like the sentiments, and it's a good one for not too fancy feminine, and it works perfect for masculine. So that's one of those kind of stamp sets you kind of think you need to have. It does not have coordinating paper with it, but as soon as I saw it, I decided it would look nice with the textured Chic paper. Now this paper is actually, I think 4 seasons is kind of what it's focusing on. This is fall, it's got these leaves, but the colors are just perfect for the heron. And then on the back side, it's got golds and flirty flamingo maybe, or blushing bride. And this is spring with some flowers, but they're all very subtle. I don't know, this is just a design. But I do think it's kind of, that's the springy again. And then there's one with snowflakes, so you can mix and match that. Let's see, I think that's all the design. Oh, no, here's one more. Seashells. So that would be the summer. So we're going to do 2 cards using this designer series paper and the Heron Habitat. But we're going to do some mix and matching here. Sorry, I walked to. We're going to, I love it when a stamp set coordinates with another stamp set. It coordinates perfectly with Oceanfront, which is in the mini catalog right now, but it's going to carry over. So that works fine. Hi, Karen. Hi, Leanne. Thanks for joining me. It's so weird. I can see that on my phone, but I can't see it on my computer, and sometimes I don't look at my phone. So if you already own Oceanfront, add Heron Habitat to it. You'll get twice as many card designs out of this as you would if you only had one. So let me put these to the side, and we're going to make our simple card first. So I cut a piece of the seashell paper, and I think this is 3 by 5.5, and then this is 3.5 by 5.5. So we're just going to layer that on the front of our card once we get it stamped. This is, like my kind of stamping. The easier, quicker, the better. You can also make these cards with just a few colors. You don't need a whole lot of colors. So this one, we're going to use the same color the whole time, Early Espresso. And we're just going to make a simple little scene with our heron. We saw so many herons on our trip, and it was they're huge. They're such big birds. I love them. Let's see if I can Get this going here. I want this to kind of soak into the paper a little. This is one of those sketchy designs. There's our nice little heron. And let's see, we need some cattails, because of course we are kind of at the shore, the mossy kind of shore. And then I pulled out this grass from the ocean front just to add a little extra vegetation at the bottom. Just wanted to fill it in so it looked like he was really at the swampy side of the beach. And now we need some birds, and we'll put some birds flying across the sky. And we'll just kind of let them be taken off right there. Now, this is about as simple as it gets here, because we're done pretty much. So let me close this up. We're going to do a little something though that'll give this some interest. We're going to put this on our Blushing Bride, 3.5 by 5.5. Look at this polka dots though. I think if you know what little bit left over, you could use this for a Christmas card. Those gold polka dots. So many ways you can use your paper. And I don't like to let any of it go to waste. And I can tell you I don't, because I have enough to wallpaper a house. Now, this is pretty. It looks nice. It's very simple. It could be just done, complete. But I want to emboss it. I want it to look like a nature print, you know, an Audubon print maybe. So I want it to have a little aged look. So we're going to use the Timeless Time-Worn type. It's an embossing folder that's just got little words and torn paper, designs. I don't know how to describe it. And we'll run that through. I think if you had the texture embossing folder, the linen embossing folder, the wood grain, but any of those would work. But now look how that gives that more of a linen fabric-y. Can you see how it made it look? Just gives it some oomph on our card. And now we can just mount this on soft suede. I thought these seashells looked like soft suede. And I'm going to go get one more thing. I was looking at that. These polished dots, they're retiring, so we need to use them. We're going to put some of those pink ones on here, just to give it a little sparkle. Maybe you can see how that embossing folder does on the back side. Just kind of gives it some design. I'll turn that over. Now for the inside, I think this is my piece. I did choose a word from Nature's Harvest, a word sentiment from Nature's Harvest, that says, sending healing thoughts, may nature's beauty bring peace to your soul. I thought that's just perfect for this subtle card. So we'll stamp that on the inside. We always have people that we need to send a get well, thinking of you. This would even work for sympathy, I think. And then we can add another thing of cattails to decorate it. We only had to use one color of ink on this card. This is truly a card that works well for somebody that has limited supplies. Isn't that, the texture on this time-worn type is exquisite. You're right. That's the right word, Karen. It just makes a huge difference. A little bit of... All right, now, I don't know where I want to put these dots, but I think I can put just a few of the small ones around, just to give it a little shine. Let's see. Could use the white ones too, but there was one. We'll use an odd number here, 2 and 3. I think I'll put right about, didn't stick. So that was pretty quick. Nice, simple, quick card. You could leave this blank inside and have it ready for whatever occasion you wanted. But I think I'm needing some thinking of you kind of cards, so that was on my list. Aren't the colors soft, subtle, but they're healing colors. I like them. All right, now our next card's going to be a little more involved. Not much, but just a little. Let's see if I need to clean. I do need to clean this off. Clean that bird. I think everything else is okay. And I wanted to go with the darker colors this time. And I wanted to bring out the colors in this paper, which is I think it says Flirty Flamingo, but of course it's mixed up in there. So we're going to use Petal Pink and Soft Sea Foam, Mint Macaron. We're going to do some different colors. We're going to do Thinking of, I'm ready to see Where the Crawdads Sing. And I think this set kind of makes me think of the swampy area in that book. So that's what we're going to go with. Now the first thing we're going to do is stamp our heron, and we will stamp it in Memento Black. Just a scrap piece of paper from something. Always have scraps around. To get it nice and inky. There we go. Nice, elegant bird, isn't he? They're so awkward looking when they fly, but they're very elegant. Now this set has matching dies. So we're going to cut out the bird. And there's a trick to this because you can't see where his skinny little legs line up, except there's a hole there. You'll see that little hole. So if you see black through that hole, you know you don't have it lined up right. But if you see white or whatever color you're die cutting, then you know that's lined up correctly, and then you line up his little feet and his feathers. And then we hope we get it fairly straight. I don't want his legs to look like they got chopped off. But I will tell you, I've had to cut it more. Sometimes I've had to cut twice. But that's okay. That's why we have scrap paper, so that we can make mistakes. So we'll run this through the cut and emboss machine and hope his little legs don't get chopped up. And see how that works for us. Look at his legs first and see. Looks like they might be a little crooked. I have to stamp him again. You know, I think, yeah, I'm going to stamp another one. See how it's so hard to get those little legs going, but we'll stamp another one and see if we can't do better. It's okay. I'll tell myself that. There's a nice scrap piece. Let's see. Maybe I need to mark the die somehow. We'll have to wait and see. Or the second time, or the third time will be a charm. That doesn't look very inky. We'll try that one again. I want his feathers to be nice and defined looking. Oh, that's crisper. Okay. See if we can't get these legs going a little straighter. I start with the legs, his little feet. I'll hold my breath. Or my tongue. Do you bite your tongue when you're doing? This'll work. It has to. We can't mess it up again. We can mess it up again, I promise. That's why I did the simple one first, so you would see that you can still make pretty cards without using the dies. Oh, that's much better. Look at that. Woo. Thank goodness. All right. Now I'll put this one back, but I want to show you this die here makes the prettiest little label. Has the two little heart kind of things on it. I think you'll like that one. Okay, so I wanted our bird. I wanted to pick up this pinky color here, and I played with all my colors, and it seemed to me that the petal pink worked the best, without making it look too orange. And I know herons come in blue and gray. We're going to make this one petal pink. can be whatever color we want, can't it? But this kind of brings the orange and the pink together, I think. We just put a little hint of color there. And what we'll do is beak with pumpkin pie. Got his legs great, but now right here on his head, he seems to have a little more white than I like. I might trim that off. Let's see. That way it won't look so... It's always a way to make things look a little better. That's much, much better. All right, now this is going to be our background, but we're going to stamp on a piece of basic white. We're going to use the ocean front this time and create like an Okefenokee swamp look. I don't know if there's herons at the Okefenokee swamp, but we're going to pretend there are. And you might want to do some stamping off, so I have extra paper here. We're going to start with soft, not soft suede, crumb cake. We're going to make the beachy area. Let's see if I can see comments. Oh, hi, Kay's here, Sandy's here. Dixie, nice to see you guys. Mary, it's good to see you. It has been a while, but you know, when people go on vacation, they can't watch videos, just saying. Plus, we were on vacation too. So this can be clouds, but it can be anything at the beach, but I'm using it for the sandy area of the beach on this one. So this is crumb cake, and we're just going to create a beach area right about here. Then we're going to stamp it again. And then I'm going to turn it over and stamp it again. And that will make it look just like, well, I don't know, just like, but kind of like I want the beach to look. And you could use Sahara sand there if you didn't have crumb cake. I think we could do that. So now we're going to create our background, and see, since I said it was going to be like the Okefenokee or the Everglades, I'm not going to use the blue colors. I'm going to use the greens. So I'm going to use mint macaron and this dye from Oceanfront. So it's more swampy looking. We'll ink that up, but I'm pretty sure I want to stamp off because I don't want it quite that dark, right? So I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp right there. And you can let it go, you know, blend into the sand. Okay, and now we'll do soft sea foam. I'm not sure if I said that correctly or not earlier. And we will stamp that. This next stamp. Now I want to show you sometimes when you put these photopolymers on there, they might have a bubble behind them. You need to work that bubble out so that you'll get a better surface to work with. And it also helps to just wash these once in a while. So they do pick up lint and whatever trash is laying around on your desk. They'll pick that up. But I think I've worked out those bubbles. And we'll ink that up. Let's see how that looks. Very pretty. But we'll ink that real good. We're going to have green sky. We'll let that overlap again. Well, that came out pretty. So I have so many stamps out here on the table. Now we need some seaweed, our cattails, some seagrass. We'll do the cattails in soft suede. So I think I probably need to clean this one. I think it has espresso on it. And we'll put some of that extra little grass. We're going to let the little bird sit right about there. So he needs some grass here and here. That'll do it. We need some birds. So we can do those in black. Get some seagulls flying here. Our little bird there. Now remember, this paper has this orange in it, but I think pumpkin pie is just too strong for the soft palette here. So I'm going to use pale papaya. And the ocean front has this stamp that kind of looks like little bubbles. I don't know. So we're just going to stamp some just to pick up that color. We want to blend it all in correctly. There we go. That doesn't have to have any rhyme or reason to it at all. Now we're ready to put this together. Now I'm going to use a basic gray card base. I thought this kind of looked gray here. I didn't want the harshness of black. And we'll, now while we're putting this card together, I'll tell you that if you love this Heron Habitat as much as I do, I have a tutorial for it with 4 cards. I actually have 2. So if you order this set from me during the month of June, I will send you 2 tutorials that'll give you 8 cards using this set. All the measurements, supplies, everything that you need. I would send you that PDF as a thank you. It's a pretty simple layout here. We're just centering this in the front of our card. No sentiment on the front. We're just going to use the same sentiment that we used before. And we'll, about nature. We'll put our little bird on with some dimensionals. I don't want his legs to just flop around. So we'll cut just a little skinny piece for both of his legs, just to keep them adhered well to the card. Stuck to my fingers. And then one more. Okay. Sometimes when I do this, I have to get Goo Gone out and clean my scissors about once a month. I don't know if you... I don't like sticky stuff on my scissor blades. Keeps them nice and clean. Now we'll put her little hair in here. When we were on the boat and the heron was following us, we decided it's because the boat was turning up the water and the fish, and the heron knew if he followed the boat, he could jump in and get those fish. And we saw him catch a fish a couple times. So, those smart birds. This time I'm going to use early espresso for my sentiment. You could also leave this blank if you wanted to, but I like this one. I think it's one of the prettiest sentiments we have. I'll add soft suede cattails. Could get real fancy and put some sand down there, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to do the cattails. And we're almost through. We got to add a little bling. Nothing too sparkly. But we're going to add some of the faux sea glass. If we got that in there. That looks so nice. Now this is carrying over, so I'm thrilled because I love this sea glass. So we'll put some, we could do any of these colors because we've managed to pick up all that color there, haven't we? I think this one is empty, so we better go. Need to put a new cartridge in my pickup tool. And we'll put some of the sea glass down here. Oh, let's do a couple more. It's hard to decide. There we go. So there's our two cards. A little more involved, not much. We did have to cut that poor little heron twice. And then this one, I like them both. I love this because of the embossing. I'm glad I thought of that. But I like this because of the rich, dark colors. So don't forget, if you're interested in this set, place your order, and I will send you 2 tutorials to that aren't even these cards. So you would still have, you would have 8, not 10 different designs already planned for you. So thanks for joining me today on a happy sunny Monday. Oh, thanks, Karen. The boat ride was so much fun. I mean, it's something I think everybody should do once in their lifetime. Just pilot their own boat and hope you don't get stuck or cause an accident. We had a great time. So thanks for that comment. All right, thank you for joining me today, and I will be back sometime during the week with another fun card for you. Bye.